Hello, everyone. Phoenixtremayne here with your second part two of the opener season premiere of season 7, the second half of season 7, episode 12, One Way or Another. So, as I mentioned in the previous video, I stopped watching the Have-Nots after season 5, so I've missed season 6 and the first half of season 7. Although things haven't progressed that much further. And I never took the Have-Nots off of my DVR. So when I would see on Twitter or Facebook or something that something big happened on the Have-Nots, I would still go on my DVR and look and see what they were talking about. But for the most part, I wasn't going to sit there weekly and just watch the show when it got to the point where I was tired. You know, we didn't know who killed Amanda. We didn't know a lot of things. That was just dragging. And then one season is like 2 or 3 days. So it's like you're tired of people wearing the same clothes. And Tyler has amazing plots that keep you hanging on, but he never really concludes anything. And the story just keeps going and going and going. But you know, I was getting to the point where I just needed to conclude some stuff and start some new storylines. But I just wasn't happy with it after a while. But seeing this is the last season, I've decided to come back and once again review the show. And now I'm on episode 12, and I've always had a love-hate relationship with Have-Nots. It's usually one episode of Have-Nots I absolutely, truly, positively love. That's my show. Those are my characters. I can't wait till next week. And like clockwork, next week I'm like, the hell is this? Now it's boring again, and it's dragging, and the acting is bad. The acting might have been bad in the previous episode too, but it was still fun. It was so bad it was good, but sometimes bad is just bad. So when we got this episode 12, I was like, oh, here we go. It will prove me right. I always loved the first episode season premiere. I always loved the season finale. All stuff in between, it becomes questionable. So we got Jimmy reveals he had a toy gun the whole time. So then Jim goes ahead and starts berating him again. Mama Rose tries to help Catherine, but she's such a a-hole to Mama Rose that Mama Rose decided to show her that she's running things. I cursed in here, so I'm trying to clean up my cursing in my review. But, you know, she tries to show her that she's running things. If she wants the lights out, lights out. If she wants people to be quiet, they be quiet. And she pretty much gets everything in order and shows Catherine, you know, her power. She even, you know, has a guard who lets her know, well, you know, you can leave anytime you want to. You know. And she's like, nope. I'm gonna stay here, like that little young officer said. So there's a huge writing coincidence that leads to Wyatt and Jimmy meeting. Now I just saw on Netflix a movie called The Sleepover, and in The Sleepover there's a scene where it's at night and they need to get into a library, and then somebody just comes out taking out the trash, which means the door's open to the library, and one of the characters says, well, that's convenient, you know, sort of like wink wink to the audience. Audience, we know this. That's the same way I felt about this when the police officer leaves his post to go get some coffee with a nurse, saying, oh, why it's not going anywhere, and then Jimmy just happens to be there to actually coincidentally be able to walk in without anyone guarding Wyatt's room. And they just, you know, go back and forth, just, you know, berating each other. And I didn't care. Just saying. Mama Rose reminds Catherine that Wyatt stabbed Vinny. And so, you know, where it seemed like it was going to be a situation where Mama Rose wanted Catherine to do a favor so that she can then have Catherine in her threat. No, now we know they're not going to be friends because Mama Rose knows about the stabbing and she's not going to let that just go. Jeffrey and Madison were at odds when Madison said he couldn't take any more. So that happened. Um, if you wanted to see nice bodies, that was the scene for you. But I don't like Madison. Don't like him. And you can tell me in the comment section, because like I said, I did miss a season and a half. But is Madison still the nurse? Because I can't remember the nurse's name that Jeffrey was dating way back when. That doesn't act anything like Madison. Did he switch up white boys on us? Other than Justin, because Madison, there's a scene about to talk about where he was like work a girl, and and just his whole attitude and demeanor, and I'm like, that's not what I remember the character was like before. But maybe it's a whole new character. Y'all can let me know in the comment section. Alyssa, Erica's friend, shows up with a video message to David and let him know that she wants to be his woman next. So I guess she's like, look, you dated one prostitute. Hey, why not date another one? You got enough money where I can quit. So eventually, David just tells her she needs to go after she shows them this video of Erica saying how much she actually loved David. She said that there was more for him to see, but he didn't want to see it. So I guess something is going to come out that we didn't get to see in this particular episode, that Erica had to say. Eventually, she doesn't give up. She gets into the fountain and starts posing and looking sexy with David just staring out the window. And his security guard is just like in between the situation, so she can't go up to the house. And she's just teasing him. And then Madison comes down. That's when he's like, work it, girl, and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, just go home. I don't want to see you no more. Get back with Landon. I didn't like Landon either, but I like Landon better with him. Then overall, I actually would prefer him with Wyatt. I think they could really balance each other out. But Wyatt's just a train wreck. Dirk, Laura, and Samuel are plotting to steal Veronica's money. So that was a nice little twist. Candace gets Benny to leave so she can have Hannah removed. Veronica kicks Rodell out of bed, implying that he has a man member that is like a pin. And I think she said it was just tickling her or something. So, after, he does what he's trying to do, she's like, get off me. Doesn't even let him finish, kicks him out, tells him he's got a little wee-wee, and then dreams about getting with David, saying he's the only real man that, she's been with. She wants a man like David. Hannah is dragged out, kicking and screaming. And because y'all know I don't like Hannah, I loved every minute of it. I just was wishing somebody would just smack her because she kept hitting him with that bag. I was like, I really don't like Hannah. I don't like Hannah. Veronica, let me see, Hannah, John and Don are mad that Hannah has Catherine's power of attorney and that they've decided they're going to have to trick Hannah into being a scapegoat for the money, the $5 million they're trying to steal. Benny calls Veronica to get info on Dirk, which is Candace's father, and she tells him to come over with 2 condoms. Oliver gets coke from a henchman and mentions that his dad wants to run for president. The Malones arrive at the jail, and the young cop is like, trying to do his job. Y'all need to leave. Mama Rose, she's not leaving. She'll leave when it's time for her to go to court tomorrow morning. And they're like, who arrested her? And he finally said it was me. So one of the guys goes to the camera, covers it up, and Vinny shoots him in the head. So that's how the show ended. So, yeah. I enjoyed the have and have-nots. I definitely always knew that I was going to come back for the last season. Tyler doesn't disappoint me most of the time with have and have nots. So, you know, I'm here for the ride. I hope you're here for the reviews. And let me know what you thought about the show in the comment section. Thank you for watching.